coming to you from the Dubai Cloud and Data Center Convention 2025, and joining us now is a very special guest, Mr. Sanjay Kumar from Damac Digital. Welcome to W.Media, sir.
Thank you.
Sanjay sir, for those of our viewers who are new to the industry or who are just about beginning to discover the industry, could you take us a little bit through your professional journey and then also tell us a little bit about your organization?
Yes. So right from the starting, I started my data center journey back in 2010. So I used to be an power specialist back in 2010 and then I decided to choose my career in data center space because the data center space has been and is now and will be also a very attractive place because this is where the new challenges comes up, and every day you are learning the new thing, the new challenges you get involved into. So it's quite challenging space where you can evolve yourself. So that was the whole intention to come into the industry back in 2010. Since then, I have been into the multiple roles, working as a solution architect, then the delivery, construction management, then the design management as well. So that was the whole, let's say, the life cycle of data center I have been into quite a long time. 2025 now we are in. I have delivered more or less, let's say, almost 300 megawatt of the installation already delivered. It's live and up and running as of now under my portfolio. Coming back to Damac Digital,
It's the most talked about company these days.
Exactly. We are although we are new in the space, but we are evolving very fast. Our chairman is really positive about the digital transformation happening across the world. Specifically, this AI requirement is driving. AI is becoming a new norm in the countries everywhere. The data sovereignty is becoming a requirement, and as well as that there is a race where the AI deployment becoming a new requirement of digital transformation across the industry. And this is the right time to catch the pace and become part of the complete transformation of the whole globe, let's say. So he's quite positive on that. He's contributing his part across most of the regions. So we are expanding our business Middle East, Europe, and Asia Pacific, specifically at the new space where we are looking into the US as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So that thing is happening. Damac Digital is going in that direction now.
Perfect. Let's now talk about the Middle East. You said you got into the data center space because it's an exciting industry. And since 2010, you have also seen it grow and evolve across the world. What have been your observations specifically about the evolution of the data center industry here in the Middle East?
Here in the Middle East, frankly speaking, back in 2010 or 2012, mostly the applications were enterprise, where the enterprises were having their own data process requirement or storage requirement, and the volume was accordingly driven based on the business need of the enterprises. But later on, looking at the expertise which is required, the cost of operation and operation excellence which is required, becoming a norm where the co-location start coming into the picture. Yeah. When the co-location came into the picture, they start giving you the benefit in terms of the expertise available, and specifically the enterprises where the cost of operation and cost of investment, initial capex was not rational in terms of the business demand they are going to handle with it. Then the co-location become really attractive.
True.
After that, the cloud came into the picture.
And changed the game.
Changed the whole game altogether. Then the people actually, most of the enterprises, the small organizations, they stopped even looking into the data center. They shifted their workloads to the cloud.
Yeah, migrated to
that
cloud.
Came into the picture, and the recent after the COVID.
Oh yes.
There's a new revolution which is AI. Now AI is a complete game changer as of now. The AI is not stopping themselves on the facility development. They are going in multiple directions. They're trying to complete the whole global digital transformation is being taking place now.
I'm glad you
using
brought
AI.
that up, because you need to innovate. With AI, there's so much pressure, there's so much demand. So, you are a design expert. I was wondering how you're approaching the idea of design itself from the inception stage in this age of AI where everything is so unpredictable. We're talking about future ready data centers, but how much crystal ball gazing can you do?
Yeah, that's a puzzle being a designer. We are getting into on a daily basis, and developing a future-ready data center. The question comes to what is the future actually? So what should I be ready for? So that question is still coming being a designer, and another question being a designer. And let's say the developer, it comes in our mind. Okay, now the AI demand is on its peak. But once this demand start flatten or declining, what will happen to these
Will
high
it
density?
flatten?
There is a possibility that it will flatten or it will decline.
Really? Decline? Like stagnation, I can still contemplate. Decline in the need
It it has to decline in a way that as of now, the large learning modules
Yeah.
are in picture. So in order to start inferencing on any model,
Yeah.
you need to learn that model, you need to train that model.
True, true, true.
Training the model required the shortest period of time, the high capacity compute in the shortest possible time in order to train the model and put that model into the inferencing on the edge site or somewhere in the nearest to the application where it will happen. So what will happen as of now, we are in an era of training.
True.
This era of training, so industry is thinking that they are lacking on the availability, or let's say they are lacking in the competition. So this demand is coming from that perspective. Once that demand is, either it will flatten and decline in a certain period of time, let's say 5 to 7 years down the line. This is what is the expectation. This is where the data center industry will start coming down. Not It will not stay at the similar level of the density as now. There will be the demand, but not up to the level where it is now.
I see, I see.
That's what is we are predicting. Yeah.
Let's now talk about another aspect of design which has become very crucial over the last few years. It's to integrate sustainability in the design itself. Because we are looking at sustainable power sources, we're looking at liquid cooling. So, how have you approached the idea of sustainability when you've been designing data centers in the last few years?
Yeah. So see, sustainability somehow is going to become a norm very soon. It will not be a choice; it will be a norm very soon. Reason being that these powerhouses, the data centers, specifically the AI high density compute
Yeah.
deployment, where you're asking of 1 gigawatt power, 2 gigawatt power. 1 gigawatt power is enough to power up a city,
Exactly.
and you want to put the similar amount of power in one facility. So the concentration and the demand to optimize it, make it more efficient from a carbon footprint perspective is going to be a norm for data center industry and the operators who want to put into this. And we as Damac Digital, we are trying to put this into place from now itself. So we are trying to deploy the technology, or let's say the methodology, where we can improve the power efficiencies. We can make the site more efficient, carbon footprint to be reduced. So the type of equipment we are selecting, we are very much concerned about the efficiency of those equipment and how the whole design will drive the operational cost from a power consumption perspective, and reduce the not reduce, let's say, try to optimize as much as possible.
Yeah. That's a realistic goal.
That's a realistic goal we are putting into it. This is one of the goal we are taking into account from now itself. We are not waiting for the future, because we understand that in coming time it is going to be a norm. It is not going to be a choice of the operators. Yeah.
True. The other thing I wanted to ask you, you've been a professional for over 2 decades.
Yeah.
So when you graduated, the questions I'm asking you today, the questions you're grappling with as a professional, those didn't even exist. This brings me to the question of the skills gap, because now we have this industry, but we are still training our engineers and our technology professionals on technologies that have been around for a while. How do we train the modern workforce to be skills ready, to be future ready?
Yeah, so see, that is the challenge actually every day we are facing, specifically the amount of growth which is coming into the industry. You cannot produce the experienced engineers from that to meet that dynamic. So normally with what we used to do, we are just, as of now, what we are doing is we are just breaking down the expertise requirement. Ultimately, although the data center is a new world, let's say it's a different world altogether other than other industries. However, if you broke down the puzzle into the small pieces and you try to, get those expertise from the industry and put that puzzle together and try to correlate and blend them and give them the certain level of knowledge, then somehow you still can keep that pace properly. So this is how we do. Industry experts, when we say data center engineers, it's very few, very random, very seldom to find out in the industry. But in order to cope with that, we are just breaking them down in a small portion of the expertise and then bringing them together as a team. And then because every organization is having some experts available who are leading the whole perspective, then he joins the pieces and drive the force down the line. So that's a way we are driving the requirement of the talent gap.
Do you think it would also help if you had collaborations with major technical universities? Because you're an expert, you've seen this industry grow, the kind of knowledge you can give to, all those youngsters who are sitting there in their classrooms and maybe inspire them to make more intelligent choices with, say, their major or the subjects that they choose. Do you think that would help if, subject matter experts or companies came together with universities?
That is a brilliant idea, I will say, because if the data center industry and the universities, they can collaborate specifically on master level courses where they can embed the requirement and drive the expertise which is required. Because in the graduation level, normally they're still learning the blocks. They don't learn the complete system, a complete infrastructure. But when they go to the master level, they start joining those blocks and start making the system. When it is coming into that picture, then the data center can be one system where the engineer should not, restrict themselves to learn that one expertise. Give an example. So extra low voltage is one, electrical is one, mechanical is one, HVAC and all that. So there should be a kind of perspective if we can start let them learn how the data center is being driven. That can be really helpful. So this will reduce the stress on the people who are leading to make the block diagram of that. It will somehow reduce the stress on those people, and then the future ready workforce is already available. And that can be the case.
Interesting. Finally, sir, you are here at Dubai CDC. It's your first time here, and you'll be a speaker in a panel discussion. I was wondering what attracted you to participate. What are your expectations and your experience so far?
Me as a designer, I'm facing challenges every day. I'm never relaxed. From a business perspective, also a lot of stress is coming in. The design normally has to be realigned with the business idea, which the company is intent to. So I'm always trying to explore new ideas. Any bit you can just grab from the conversation. So there are a lot of experts are available, industry experts are available. There will be the panel discussions. I would like to have, listen to them, try to learn a bit at least possible. Sometimes, piece of experience is very difficult to extract until you get into the people. And this is the place where you are gathering all the experts from the industry. Even a one sentence, a two sentence, 1 minute discussion coming out of 20, 30 years of experience, it is a gem already coming out, right? So that's a whole intention to be part of the event. I would love to listen to every speaker and try to learn from their experience.
Thank you so much for saying that, and thank you so much for joining us today. This was a wonderful interview. Thank you.